Hi everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is the project that I've been making today, and actually I've been revisiting something that I did about 18 months ago. Now I have two grown-up sons, and when it comes around to their birthdays, these days they like to have vouchers or cash. So that they can go and get themselves something that they need for themselves. And that's fine, but it's a bit of a challenge to make it look a bit like a gift and make it look a little bit special. So this is a little magic wallet. And why is it magic? Well, the front of it says it's your day, and when I open it up, inside I have put my my gift voucher. In this case it's a cinema gift card. And if I close it and I open it up the other side, as if by magic, it's changed places. Now, these are lots of fun, and you can actually buy versions of these, made in durable materials that you can actually use as a way of keeping your wallet, keeping your money and your cards and so forth safe and secure. They're actually quite straightforward to make if you follow the steps step by step. All right, and if you stay with me, I will show you how I made this one. Here's what I'm using today. I have two pieces of chipboard which I've cut to 3 inches by 4 inches. Now these were just cut from a piece of packing material. It's, I would say, kind of medium weight chipboard. It's not particularly heavy. A Stampin' trimmer probably isn't going to be able to cut through this, certainly not on one pass. So I have a big heavy duty trimmer which I use to cut these. If you don't have one of those, then your best bet is probably craft knife and a ruler. You need 2 of those. You need 4 pieces of DSP to cover it. Now these happen to be the same pattern, and I've cut those to the same size, so 4 pieces that are 3 inches by 4 inches. You're going to need some ribbon. This is tranquil tied, finely woven ribbon, and to calculate how much I needed, I just took one of my pieces and I wound round once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, and that should be, I hope, enough. We will find out, because you can make these any size you like. I just happen to have picked this size as being a convenient size to carry a gift card. And I'm going to fancy up my edges a little bit with my Stampin' Right marker, and I've chosen Dapper Denim for this project. To decorate the magic wallet, I'm going to use stamps from Happy Birthday Gorgeous. I've got Versamark ink and some embossing powder. Now this is my custom mix, which I made by accident by mixing gold and silver together, but it gives a nice effect, so I'm going to use it. I have some Dapper Denim card and my Pretty Label punch. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cover what is going to be the inside of my wallet with my DSP. So I've got my liquid adhesive here, and of course you could use tape. Yeah. I do tend to default to liquid adhesive. I don't know why. I just do. I like the wiggle time it gives me, because I'm not that exact of a crafter. I need a bit of wiggle room. Okay, so I've already done its partner, and I like a nice rounded edge on my cards, so I'm going to, you see, that's not very tidy at all, is it? Let's straighten that one up a little bit. I am going to round off the corners, and I'm going to give them a 1/2 inch radius. Now this is a corner chomper. It's not a Stampin' Up product, sad to say, but I do like it for a nice solid, when you're working with a nice solid piece of card like this one. And I'm also going to just go around the edges here with my marker, just to finish off the edge a little bit. And again, this is not compulsory. This won't affect the way your wallet works at all. Just spent a number of minutes showing you the next steps in this project, and then found that I had not turned the camera on. So if you notice that the reverse of the card is looking rather chewed up, that is because I have stuck things down and then unstuck them again. So let's go over it one more time, shall we? And this time the camera is running. I have checked. Okay, so I've cut 2 pieces of tape that are the width of the card. I've said tape, actually it's ribbon, but it could be tape, you know, it could be whatever you like. The width of the card and about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch over on either edge. All right, and I'm placing those quite near to the top and the bottom of my card, and I'm just going to hold those down with a couple of bits of low tack tape, because I just don't want them moving around when I do the next bit, which is to turn my card over. And I'm going to stick down the pieces on this side, the left hand side, with a couple of pieces of sticky tape, which I have cut in advance and stuck down to my silicone mat. Okay, now this is just ordinary tape that you get from the stationers. All right, so flip that back, and I'm going to take my other card, line it up on top so that they are matching, pretty much, more or less, and I'm going to turn those tapes over and stick those down. The trouble with clear tape is that it's clear and you can't see it very easily. And if you're wondering about the plaster on the back of my hand, which is coming unstuck because it's rather warm in here, and my hands are a little bit slippery, all I can say is, if you're cooking something in a hot pan, make sure that you keep the back of your hand away from the edge of the pan, because if you don't, it hurts. And let me just sort that out. It's in case you're wondering, it's not hurting now, but it does have a rather nasty blister on the back of it, which you probably prefer not to see. So I've covered it up. Okay, so there you go. That is step 1. Next, I've cut 2 more pieces of ribbon that are long enough to cross over the center of my card, and again to leave a bit left over for to stick down on the reverse. Now, as I'm laying this out, I'm taking care that this part of the ribbon is below these tapes. That's why I said at the beginning to make sure that you put your tapes quite near to the top edge of your card. So I'm going to wiggle around with these a bit until I get it where I want it, and then I'm going to hold that down again with a bit of low tack tape, because I don't want that moving around as I play with it. Okay. For the next step, I'm going to open out that piece, and then I'm going to lift it and bring it on top of that piece, the piece with the crossed tapes, and I'm going to put 2 of these tapes and stick them down. So the ones on the left hand side I'm sticking into place. The ones on the right hand side I'm leaving where they are just for now. Okay, so you with me so far? So now I'm going to flip the piece over. Okay, and I'm going to stick these tapes onto my backing. So I have that arrangement. Now I have got a diagram of how to do all of this on my blog. Link will be below. Okay? And that is what I'm left with. I can now take that piece away. And that is my working magic wallet. So all that's left to do now is to cover the outside. So I have my liquid glue again, and I'm being very generous with it, particularly around the edges here, because I want those tapes to stay in place. And just sliding on my DSP, turn it over. And I'm just going to leave that for the adhesive to dry. I've got my sentiments mounted up onto my clear blocks. I've got Make a Wish and It's Your Day. I could have done two the same, and that would have made it look even more magical. I've got my Dapper Denim card, and I'm just going to give it a quick rub with my embossing buddy, and that will take off any fingerprints that I may have put on it. I'm going to ink up my stamps with my Versamark. Start with Make a Wish, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gives time for the ink to transfer. And I have a silicone mat underneath, which I find just gives me just about the right amount of give for this kind of stamps. Now I know some people like to use a piercing mat or a mouse mat or something like that. I find that this works best for me, but you experiment and find out what works for you. So same thing for It's Your Day. Okay, I hope I've given myself enough room on that. I think I have just about. We'll soon find out. If not, we'll just flip it over and do it again. So next thing is to put in my embossing powder. Now if you haven't done like I have and made a custom mix, you use gold or silver or whatever works for you, whatever you like. I think gold would probably go well with these colours, but you know, it's entirely up to you. Alright, so now I'm going to heat emboss those. So I'm just going to bring in my gun, and it's going to get noisy for a little while. Now this is a 2-speed glue gun, heat gun. So I'm going to put it on to speed 2. Now I'm going to bring in my punch, and I'm going to centre up my sentiment. When I'm happy that it's reasonably straight, punch that away. Same thing for this one. Bring back my magic wallet, and I'm going to put these on flat. I did think about using dimensionals because, you know, they're dimensionals and why wouldn't you, but I had to think about when the wallet is being opened, and 2 layers of dimensionals because I would have had to put dimensionals on this one and onto this one, and it was just a little bit too thick. But if you want to do that, then you could do it by allowing a little bit of extra, a little bit of extra length on your ribbons. Okay. And now I just need to allow some time for the adhesive to dry, and that is finished. So there is the finished magic wallet, which I think is lots of fun to play with. And don't forget that if you do want the step-by-step instructions, then all you need to do is hop on over to my blog. Details are below, and I will post some diagrams for you. But for now, hope you've enjoyed this project, and if so, then don't forget to click that like button, leave me a comment, share this video, even subscribe to my channel. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.